to me and hide no more.
What do you think? We're being haunted.
How did that happen?
After we played that game, something came out of it, and I don't know, it's been haunting us ever since.
You know, I was about ready to do this review, and then I realized what movie I was talking about, and I had to get one of these mellow yellows to calm me down, because this movie... First off, thanks to Daniel for the paid requests, and for those who want to send any type of paid requests, feel free to send them in either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. It's like... The last last shred of my fucking sanity. You know how bad this movie is? I have a Letterboxd. It's a website where you can rank and make lists and what movies you've seen. You made me put this above movie 43 last in. You made me actually think I would rather watch movie 43 where Hugh Jackman has balls for a chin. I'd rather watch that movie than your movie. You made the list, as Chris Jericho would say. You made the list on the 100 worst films I've seen in my damn life. But with this movie, they would spell life L-I-V-E. It's life F as in fuck you on the F scale of fuck. Whether it be a terrible story that you're going to find very predictable and you're more than likely going to guess the ending. Cheap production values. Terrible, like overdubbing. From what I understand, these are mostly American actors. And yet they are so heavily over ADR, overdubbed. It feels like you're watching one of those crappy FMV games, cutscenes, or like Sega CD, or worse, or those CDI Zelda games, or it feels like I'm playing a terrible... Remember the video game The Ring Terror's Realm? If you don't, look it up on YouTube. The Ring Terror's Realm. There you go, Michael Keane. You want to play a terrible game? Play that. I dare you. I double dog dare you. Go watch the Ring Terror's Realm video game on YouTube. This is what it sounds like. It's like bad voice acting. It's terrible CGI. I swear there's a moment they CGI a painting falling down. I swear they did. And it's so tedious and so boring and insufferably feeling so long. It feels like it's 2 hours long. It's not, but it feels like it. Because it's a story that just rambles and wanders around like I do in my videos. It just wanders around like a blind man looking for a dick to suck or a poontang to fuck. Whatever your prevalence and preference may be. Fuck, man. From the very beginning, you have this little girl, but the way she's dubbed is with an adult. An adult dubbed this little girl and tried to talk in a baby voice. Spirit, you are called. Come to me and hide no more. Why is an adult dubbing this little kid's voice, but then trying to sound like a baby? Baby talk. If this is American production, why are you doing this in the first place? Is the director that stupid that he looks at this and goes, yep, that's the way to do it. That sounds right. Was every shot filmed with such poor microphone quality? They're like, well, either I do this or no one can hear the actors. Well, why didn't you learn in the first place? You don't have dailies? You know, these things called dailies to see what you shot that day? Oh, that's not working. We better fix and change this. And I swear, a CGI... You had to CGI a painting falling down. So it stars this teenage girl. She's driving, and it's funny. At times, it looks like she's driving just 10, 15 miles per hour, but then she sees something and swerves and crash. And when she wakes up, she gets out. There's a guy driving by with a Dr. Pepper. It was a Dr. Pepper that did it. Yeah, it's the Dr. Pepper. And then throws a can at her and her shitty dub. It says, he's a pepper, she's a pepper. One you want to be a pepper too. So Dr. Pepper Man comes by. Like flagrant like Dr. Pepper. Like the way you know how you have the can. The logo showing. What, they thought they would get a deal with Dr. Pepper? Yeah, The Last Inn, sponsored by Dr. Pepper. First evil Pepsi, now we got Dr. Pepper. I don't even like Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper's disgusting. Which is funny because I know my mom likes Dr. Pepper. But even she wouldn't like this movie. And then, like, she crashed, and the guy doesn't hear her, listen to her, even notice her. She wanders and finds this inn, rundown hotel, however you want to call it, with this fake look and CGI fog for the mist. It looks like a Sadie CD game. FMV game, a terrible one. Sewer Shark looked like it was more prominent than this. Fucking Sewer Shark. You hear that? If you don't hear it, my stomach even groaned at that shot. Even my stomach is annoyed by this movie. My stomach's like, yeah, I know. And then, like, she wanders around the hotel. She meets a couple people throughout the film. She meets this guy. She has, oh yeah, our leader has amnesia. She has this picture, but she doesn't know who she truly is and what this picture comes from. She meets this guy and goes, you seem familiar. Have we met before? Meets the owners of the inn who are weird. The guy's like a butcher. The old woman. Everyone has this terrible dub and overdub. Also meets a black couple. You also have this one little girl. You have this one little boy. You have an older woman who's cootie, ready for the Addams Family. I mean, when you have worse dub than a damn kung fu movie, the stairs, it's either trying to have cheap jump scares, or one stair she's walking by, she turns, and someone left their shoes outside the door. Oh my god! Yeah, maybe if you're into odor eaters, you'd be scared. Oh my god, someone left their shoes outside the door. Call the police! Call the fire department. Call Superman. Call fucking Robocop. Call Robocock. Robo Bucati. Call Coach at the Night Stalker. Okay? Call Flash Gordon. And then there's a point that she calls, and we see 911 operators, which makes no damn sense when you think about the story at all, and what culminates of it. Why are we seeing 911 operators? I'm just going to spoil the end, because I don't care. I don't think anyone needs to see this movie. You come to find out, And I'll go back to the rest of the film, believe me. And you could probably already guess this. This has been done many times. The guy that she's talking to was her boyfriend. They were in this accident. He died. These other people died. She's not quite dead. She's between the living and the dead. And apparently this whole thing is some weird convoluted thing of you had to regain your memories. In order to regain your memories, if you did that, then you could come back to the land of the living. But we couldn't just tell you because that would not work somehow, just telling you what happened. It's like, well, man, there's only bullshit rules apparently between all this. And the one little girl at the beginning, she can see ghosts, like it was trying to be the others. We should just go watch the others. It's a better movie. And then by the end, she wakes up and she was in this accident. Her boyfriend's dead. She wakes up from her coma in the hospital and tries to live her life. That's why I'm going back. Okay, she's seen all these other people that are either were dying, like the black couple. You find their bodies, like they froze to death somewhere outside. Or the Addams Family wannabe woman, I guess she slit herself in the bathroom. And like someone, like her boyfriend or husband, killed her son. That was a little boy we saw. Then why do we see 911 operators? Were they dead too? Or just in her mind, she just decided to not only imagine the 911 operators, but also the camera cuts to them. It's one thing if it was a voice. The voice could be anything. Anything made up for it. But the fact the film cuts to 911 operators, is that her imagining it in her mind? Or just, we don't put that in there just to... I don't know why I'm thinking so much into this. I'm thinking more into it than the filmmaker did. Screw it. Ain't worth getting that migraine over. So you get in the dialogue, like, forgive and forget like we never met. Meets this guy, Steven. You get very overbearing, melodramatic music throughout the entire film. Trying to be, this is serious and this is scary, and it doesn't work at all. It just comes off as either maybe some people laughable or just outright terrible and putrid movie making. There's one scare where the lead sees this girl, and I swear the girl turns black. I swear she's a white girl that turns black. Because of the crappy lighting and the crappy effects. It's like she's here, and then her face gets darkened. I'm like, did she turn black? Get out of my house. Which I said, then what the hell is this about? If you wanted to regain her memories, what's this about? Oh, get out of my house, ghost story, and there's some part where there's this doll and some spirit was put into the doll. So it wants to be about, okay, this is the land between the living and the dead, and he's trying to help you regain your memories, but he can't tell you that. But then it also wants to scare people and haunt them. Why? Why does this doll stalk people? And they try to have this big explanation scene that lasts a couple minutes where this priest explains to the little girl and her parents about this doll thing and some spirit was put into it, but It's like it wanted to have that, but it also wanted to have this. It like it wanted to have multiple ideas, and they don't work together to make anything other than being convoluted. Even though they literally take the scene to just explain stuff. And you have dialogue like, she doesn't look like a real person. Could she be a puppet of witchcraft? You made me feel so familiar. This girl has amnesia, and she keeps telling about how this guy makes her, wow, you seem so familiar to me. I wonder. Amnesia, you made me feel so familiar. You were in a crash at the beginning. Right, it was the same crash that got you in a coma, but you're still in a crash. So yeah, most people watch this have seen enough movies that you think either she's dead or in this like purgatory state between realms. And lo and behold, it's the second one. At least it's just meandering, and you can't. Every actor comes off as bad because of this over dubbing. Again, the music is just so melodramatic and so overbearingly big. And again, this whole thing where it's supposed to be ultimately Steven trying to get her and like to remember a memory so that she goes back to living, then why the hell are we putting scenes like the little girl, the female lead is following this little girl, and then the owner is going to put like or like someone, not the owner, but someone's put like a chisel to her head, is like bury a chisel into her head. What does that have to do with any bit of the story when you find out what's going on? When you think back, what does a little girl lying there and a chisel and tend the head, what does that have to do with anything? Anything at all. Because it makes it seem like there's no evil here. It was the old couple talking to her that Steven wanted to help you to go, and you're between the living and the dead. So what does this theme with the little girl and the chisel, what does it have to do with anything? What did that have to do with anything? What was the point of it? Just to do something to throw people off. More bad dialogue. Brittany was a drug addict. I mean serious drugs. As opposed to the unserious drugs, I guess. I'm going to fight my own subconscious. I've always been a fighter. And yeah, this feels like it goes on forever, just like this video. It just... The black couple stopped by this doll. Because they keep burning it, throw it away, it keeps popping back up. They try Ouija board. They try to have more and more lame scares. It's mainly the boo type of scares. When the black couple find out they're dead, they then disintegrate into fireworks. It looked like they disintegrated like Thanos did the snap, and when they went away, it's fireworks they turned into. Or firecrackers or whatever. So this is where you get the, okay, there was a car accident, and there's these like bad CGI rocks that fell on the car. The boyfriend died, but she's in a coma, so her soul's here in between worlds. There was a 7-day limit. If not remembered, then the soul doesn't come back to the body. Only strong souls survived. And like, they treat the black couple like shit. Like, this really not made... I didn't like anybody, but this made me hate them even more. Only strong souls survived. Those two chickened out. That was, one of the kids said that to the lead girl. Talk about the black couple. Only strong souls will survive. Those two chickened out. I mean... And then the lead's like, I don't care about the others. I just care, where is Steven? Oh, okay. I mean, granted, I know you didn't know this black couple that long. But they seem like nice, decent people. They weren't assholes. They weren't mean. They weren't rude. They actually tried to help. or at least you'll talk to you nicely, and then they just go, I don't care about the others. Well, fuck you then. Then fine. Go die. I don't care. If you died, I wouldn't care. I don't think anyone would have cared if you died. If you don't want to act like that, you fucking bitch. Fuck you and all your holes. So then she runs, and the CGI rock falls towards her, and she's waking up from her coma, because she remembers now this accident. And then, again, more bad dubbing. She goes to college or something, wherever the hell. She does the same thing the girl did at the beginning, and now she's talking to the spirit of her boyfriend who types on a computer. I am here. Great. Even dead, your girlfriend's going to annoy you, even from beyond the grave. You can't get peace from your girlfriend whipping you good. Last In sucks my balls. It's terrible in every note. There's nothing positive to say about this film. I mean, like, even movie 43, I got a chuckle or two from that goofy Sean William Scott, Johnny Knoxville, Gerard Butler segment. I got a few goofy chuckles out of that. And there was, sadly, more production quality in that film than a film like this. Actors all look bad, seem bad because of the terrible overdub. One of the worst dub jobs you would see in a film, bar none. Production seemed cheap. At times when they film a hallway, I'm not saying it was CGI, but it looked like it, either because of poor lighting or just poor direction. The plot feels like it's just stagnant and sits there as it goes along, and you wonder where the hell this is going, where's the progression, to the point that the movie literally stops to have a priest explain to this little kid about this doll and blah 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 blah. To have the twist. A twist idea most people will see coming. Terrible dialogue, bad line readings because of it, a lame ending. It's just a stupid, dumb, boring, tedious, awful crap fest of a movie. And made the list. This is one of the 100 worst films I've seen. I don't know what else to say. So, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.